Yeah, it's very good. You know, when you've got a guy on your team that can score 4 flip sets in one game, it's always going to be easy.
Well, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. I mean, in this case, let me join you.
I mean, neither to us. I'm more worried about why the fact he's got a tree in his room.
Oh, this. Well, tree, they make oxygen, right? So more oxygen goes into my brain, makes me smarter, makes me play better. Well, I'm actually not too worried about it. I don't really want revenge, but it's third time's charm, so that'll be alright.
I mean, it's got to be the second match where I finished him off with about 3 air dribble bumps in a row.
Well, I was, but I'm not anymore, because I've actually got some spare desks now, so if he bumps me and I break my desk, I can just quickly change one in the replay.
I'm so confident that I'm willing to put it all on the line. Winner takes all.
Yeah, sure. I'll take all.
A game plan? Well, I'm just going to make him forfeit with as many air dribble bumps as possible.
Welcome back, chat. Here we go. SMUG 6 main event. ApparentlyJack versus Joreuz. Battle of the Dignitas newbies.
Yeah, it's a Dignitas duel here. Jack starting off there with, you know, kind of in between a mind game and a run-ahead bump attempt there, but he wasn't in a position to go all in for it. But there it is, the air double bump. Joreuz saves it. Now that's huge because they've talked about this pre-match. Jack said he was going to do this, and Joreuz has shut him down the first time of asking.
Yeah, the replay doesn't show it, but that was a big time dodge from Joreuz. Well done, setting the pace right away. I think you know, since Jack has won the last of these matches, I think it is good that Joreuz score early and often to keep his confidence up.
Jack is going to pick up another possession play here. Joreuz, a phenomenal defender in Rocket League 1v1. He's known for his offensive ability, but this guy's goalkeeping really brings the best out of Jack, and Jack still gets through him. That was a tough position for Joreuz, though. He tried to pick up small pads before Jack arrived. That last touch by Jack on the air dribble was just so hard on target, Joreuz wasn't ready.
And there was that crucial touch about midway through where he just changed the trajectory of the ball, or its trajectory, excuse me. Beautiful stuff from Jack. Now Joreuz gets full boost on the ball here. Nice flick, beats Jack out, but it's wide, unfortunate. Big demo.
It's been mostly Jack up until now. All his offense, and there's the bump again. And he's not afraid of going for it, even though Joreuz saved the first one. He still sets it up, and this time he pulls it off. I think Joreuz has realized what he's got in store for him. He actually just did an eye roll on his face cam. I don't think you guys would have seen that one. We didn't have it up on stream at the moment. But yeah, he knew it was coming, and even then, so hard to stop.
Jack with a nasty flick from that flip reset. Nicely done. Joreuz not even close on this.
And Joreuz is just thinking, is he going to fly ahead and bump me again? Is he just going to fake this? Is he flip resetting? Is he air dribbling? What on earth is Jack doing here? He's got the capability to do any of those shots that I just mentioned. The real problem for Joreuz here is that Jack is destroying him on the kickoffs. Every single one of them is leading into a Jack possession play, and he's putting shots on net so early. This time it's a fake. I don't think it was intentional. Joreuz will pick up a goal off it, but he's got to fix the kickoff, man. This is really, really bad for Joreuz if he keeps on getting crushed like this.
3-2, Jack is in the lead here. It's still close enough. It doesn't seem like anybody has all the momentum. See what Joreuz can do off the wall here. He has proven himself to be extremely dangerous in the air. Oh, that touch backwards to stop Jack from getting the counterattack was really brilliant.
Yeah, Joreuz is trying to prevent Jack, like you said, from stealing the ball there, and that touch shows all he needed to do. And then the attack continues. Joreuz pinches it bottom left. Jack somehow gets there. What a read by ApparentlyJack. It's not the most active counterattack, but Joreuz is still forced into an unreal save. Goalkeeping at the absolute highest level from both players. Jack tries to get the bump. The shot's not on target though. Joreuz saw that. The attacks are just relentless.
Jack going again for the air dribble bump. Maybe overusing that tactic and just I was gonna say just gave away the goal, but it didn't end up going in. I can't keep up with this. Oh my God, Johnny.
Wow. Joreuz off the post. He couldn't really tell where that was going because he was locked up with Jack at that moment. He didn't have the best angle to see where that was bouncing. And what a tilter for Joreuz. It's already just one of those games where your opponent is doing everything he can to get inside your head. And now something like this happens. Jack always recovering so quickly after the kickoffs. Joreuz does win though, and he's going to start an air dribble of his own. You know, is this a freestyle 1v1? People who are just tuning in might be thinking it is, because every single time they can, they're going for aerial plays. I know this is actually just how these guys play ones. This is what ones looks like at the highest level.
All right, Jack. Ooh, decent touch off the wall there, but Joreuz intercepts quickly enough. He beats Jack to the boost here. Jack is still sticking around, causing a lot of problems for Joreuz. I think that's one thing that Jack does really well. Sticks around, applies ball pressure, and knows when to leave. He doesn't seem to get beat as much.
Wow.
Oh, what a carry. Guess he does everything well.
What a mix-up by Jack. I mean, just think about this game as a whole. He's had an air dribble bump. He's had an air dribble fake. He's had an air dribble with a flip reset attached to it. And now just a vanilla air dribble where he gets that extra touch to put him over the top. Every single air dribble is different for ApparentlyJack. It's terrifying to go up against. Joreuz might have to face another one. Actually, he wins the race to the boost. Jack shepherds the ball into the corner. That's a very safe position for him. What a transition as well. Just in the blink of an eye, Jack turns defense into a goal for himself.
Oh, beautiful stuff here from Jack. He is dominating right now. And if the outcome we wanted is not a blowout, we might be in for a rude awakening here. I mean, Joreuz has had some great plays, but right now Jack is clearly in control.
Yeah, Jack is still dictating where most of this game is being played. It's been kickoffs and also just his insane pressure. Joreuz preferring to shadow and reactively defend most of Jack's plays, but Jack is just attacking as early as he can. Now he's played that brilliantly. Jack covering or scaring Joreuz away from really committing to that shot with a fake pre-jump actually, and then just gets right back down to the ground in the way of this. Somewhat of a flip reset and a ceiling punch at the same time there for Jack. That's not going to pay off. Joreuz should be scoring. Actually, he gets way too close to this. And a rare misread on the back wall by Joreuz as time runs low for him.
All right, has possession of the ball, carrying it all the way across the field, or at least attempting to. Let's see what he gets here. Oh, that errant touch. It was going to go wide, I think, anyways, but it was right at Jack. He's able to get a touch on it. And now Jack is back in control.
And there's just not enough volume for Joreuz here. He's definitely got enough volume in his hair with lockdown closing all the barbers, but in game he needs more shots. That's one. There's still time. Joreuz needs good kickoffs, but he's in with a shot here in the first game.
How dare you go for the man's hair? Some things are off limit, Johnny.
No, I said he's got good volume, you know? I think it's a good look for it. He was criticizing it, but I was being as wholesome as possible, trust me. Oh, that's a great touch, Jack.
Nice one.
Again, air dribbles past Joreuz, and it hasn't been a complete, you know, one-trick pony kind of game. He's had a few air dribble bumps, but I think Jack's actually taken his strategy to the next level here. He literally told Joreuz, I'm going to air dribble bump you every single shot. Then to start off the game, that's exactly what he did. But since then, he's really mixed up the air dribbles, and Joreuz is afraid of the bump on every single one of them. But that's not always what Jack's been going for. He's, you know, keeping Joreuz guessing, and the level of all of these air dribbles would be hard to stop even if Joreuz did know what was happening.
Yeah, but he's doing a great job of conditioning him. Apparently Pavlov is his new screen name. And this first game ends up being a big blowout here.
Yeah.
8-3.
Yeah, Joreuz tried to get this comeback started, but obviously Jack picking up possession a couple more times means that it's likely to be more goals for him. Joreuz forced to challenge in risky positions, and Jack easily walks by him. In terms of a game one between these guys, this isn't, what we're usually used to seeing, though. In one of the series, a very famous series between them, Joreuz was ahead 3-0. He took the first 3 games in style, absolutely destroyed Jack. Actually asked Jack if he wanted Violent Panda to sub in for the 4th game. Jack said no, keep playing, and then he reverse swept him. So the fact that Jack has got a strong start here makes me just think even more that he is going to be too much for Joreuz today, who mentally is going to be struggling if he can't sort out this kickoff being so one-sided.
Yeah, I think that's. I think it's pretty clear that Joreuz owes Jack this prize pool as rent, because Jack is living in Joreuz's head right now.
But that's why he wanted all of it. He's taking all the prize pools, so now when he gives back the 250, it's more of a gift. But obviously, if Joreuz just won that for himself, and Jack would have to give more of his prize money. He really is an intellectual, apparently, Jack. And to dominate, Joreuz in that way is something that nobody else really does. Joreuz so rarely gets just beaten into submission like this.
Yeah, it's. I think the last time we saw him lose like this, and it wasn't even this bad, was versus Fairy Peak and Goldmine.
Wow. I mean, Joreuz goes revenge on that one, but multiple times Jack's had his number, and he starts off game number 2 exactly how he started off the first game. Another air dribble bump, but this time he pulls it off.
Both players making the switch to Fennec here. I was actually just thinking about if they had the esports decals for the Fennec, they both had Dignitas decals. Honestly, the casting 1v1 would actually be pretty difficult. It would require a lot of, unless they have home and away, it would require a lot of mental fortitude, especially this late in the event.
Yeah, luckily for us, the nameplates really do help. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to watch Rocket League without the nameplates.
Awful.
It's actually impossible, because it's only then that you realize just how small Rocket League cars actually are compared to the field and compared to the ball. The nameplates are really what let you know where everybody is. You see a tiny little dot on your screen. That's the car. Very much a blur, especially with everybody playing such like you said, hard to distinguish team colors in Rocket League. Oh, what a cut. Apparently Jack walks right by Joreuz. He's going to slow roll him here as well, and actually turtles him just to rub it in a little bit more. Joreuz trying to stay a bit more active in this game. That's not the backing off into the goal that we saw a lot in game 1, and the reason for that is he doesn't want to be a target in his goal for Jack to bump. Joreuz is trying to pressure him. Even then, Jack's still bumping him. But that's the plan here for Joreuz.
Ooh, Joreuz
right back.
Fire with fire here. Gets a nice bump onto Jack. Yeah, just the whole thing just seems to be affecting Joreuz's offense. We just don't see him getting started like he normally does by now.
Well, here we go. This is a Joreuz play if I've ever seen one, but he doesn't connect with the ball all that well. Jack had the full far post side covered there. Joreuz is definitely aiming to the near post. Now, Jack can't get in front of that one, but he dunks it well. Joreuz has a strong 50, but not strong enough. Jack still muscles it in. And that is just another mix-up from Jack. Just when you thought he'd run out of different types of air dribbles, he brings the dunk out.
We're seeing a one's masterclass right now from Jack, and I don't know if you guys have followed Jack's, or subscribe to Jack's YouTube, but he's putting up a lot of great videos that talk about his thinking, his thought process while he's playing in ones and in twos, I believe. Yeah. And I would highly recommend that you sub that.
100%, yeah. Just
great stuff.
VOD, if you're watching this on video, pause it, sub to Jack, come back. We'll continue where we left off. Look at that from Joreuz. Oh, that's clean. Dodges the demo, and then straight away gets back to the ball to completely slam it into the net. That's so sick.
Joreuz still in this. I think we just need, like, a couple big plays from Joreuz to boost his confidence, and I think this is an entirely different game.
Yeah, that's what Joreuz, he's always been like, you know, just trying to score that goal that gets him rolling. This could be a double reset, but Jack's not having any of it. I mean, that's how you defend double resets. Get in there. Don't give a player like Joreuz time to set this up. Jack doesn't, and he's now got the ball under control.
Nice challenge there from Joreuz, but Jack, amazing job holding on to that ball as he bumps down. Oh, no.
No way. Oh,
he's off the ceiling, and that shot is in. Great save from Joreuz. Oh, man, that would have been so tilting because he had caused all of that.
Oh, no! Well, there it was. That was the type of goal that we're talking about. That's what Joreuz is looking for. All it takes usually is one of those to go in, and then all you see is a highlight reel for the rest of the game. Joreuz should be scoring here. Actually, not as hard of a touch as he wanted, but he does play safely for the boost steal. In the meantime, still a lot of time left for Joreuz. He's got to stay calm here. He's been avoiding Jack's physical plays far more effectively than he did in the first game. He's staying more active in defense. He's not running back to his goal as often. So a really smart change up by him. Now the flick to force Jack into an awkward position again. But look at Jack's recovery. He's just buying him so much time. And these hard clears are sending Joreuz into his own half again and again. And this is not where he wants to be. He wants to be pressuring Jack in the blue corners.
A great bump there in the corner by Jack. Joreuz over the top. Jack's defense is just so good right now. He doesn't look bothered at all with Joreuz's offense so far.
Jack. Oh, this is just unreal. I mean, the respect that these two have for each other, the fact that they're predicting these ridiculously high-level shots over and over again, shows you what they're anticipating. Again, talk about drilling in a ground shot. Joreuz doesn't often show off this kind of stuff because he's usually flip resetting for every goal. But that is how you hit a half volley, ladies and gentlemen. 3-3 on the bounce.
That is just clinical. That ground shot, so much power, crossed up Jack completely. Nicely done by Joreuz. He ties up the game here. See what he's got here from the corner. More of the same. Oh, he's gonna make Jack squirm for a little bit. Jack's really great recovery though.
Yeah, it didn't sit that nicely for Joreuz. The bounce off the wall wasn't ideal for him. The ball was bouncing kind of awkwardly, so he tried to make an angle to work with. Ended up missing the flick after setting it up. Now Joreuz reads this one hitting the post, and he also kind of fakes Jack off it, but leaves the ball. So even though Jack's got 12 boosts, he will have a play here. Joreuz using that boost advantage to win possession off a 50-50.
Oh, Joreuz. Oh, nice beat there on Jack. Wow. This is always a tough position to challenge from for players because the momentum changes so much. Joreuz is just looking so speedy there. He's starting to look like his old self.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he caught that with the wave dash, I don't know what I was gonna do. Like, that was such a crazy thing to attempt, but even afterwards, he's got the next play ready. Inverted half flip for Joreuz for that extra fast recovery. Jack's intercepting early, but Joreuz saw him coming. What a counter by Joreuz. Brilliant attention to what Jack is doing. He sees the early challenge, plays it over the top of him, and effortlessly in off the ceiling, just as you do.
The thing that's so amazing about these guys now is not that they can do like the flip reset or whatever, it's that they can adapt the flip reset shot to wherever the opponent is. It's just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, that's what Joreuz is planning there, slow play, but Jack's countering it with a fast challenge. So Joreuz switches up on the fly.
What a touch.
Oh my days! Joreuz is here, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going to be a one-sided series. Absolutely slams Jack with a flip reset shot in a game that was already over. 6-3, Joreuz sending a message in game 2.
Stop it. Wow. Incredible. What a performance from Joreuz. Great clap back. Nice answer back to game number 1. I can't wait for game number 3. Smart. This is ridiculous.
So smart. I can't wait either. I'm readying up here. I'm ready for the next game. But, you know, aside from the mechanical brilliance that these two so clearly have on show, the amount of strategy that's going into this is just crazy to watch. The switch up in defensive style here from Joreuz immediately correcting the mistake that he went into the series with. When he saw how aggressive Jack was playing and how much he was air dribbling, Joreuz just stuck to him a bit more closely. He refused to give him as much space, even when he's boost starved. And that's a really good lesson for anybody who's struggling against players who like to air dribble bump and air dribble and, you know, come at you with these very, very hard to stop one-shot plays. Joreuz even got hit by one to start off the game, so it wasn't easy here. He didn't immediately get his momentum. He really had to work for it, but once he got rolling, you all see what he can do. I mean, this is a series right now. Definitely set up to be the closest main event we've ever seen in SMUG. Let's get into game 3.
Perfect. Here we go. Game number 3. Joreuz starts off with a nice win from kickoff. Blasts a little worm burner into the net here. Jack had no chance to get this.
These shots are just impossible to stop against players of this caliber. Such a well hit ball. And if you think that looks easy, just go make a training pack with that. Give yourself 12 boosts and try and hit the ball hard. It's not as easy as it looks, but Jack and Joreuz with consistency. Joreuz slices the ball into his own crossbar, stays active.
Oh, here he goes.
Counter with the air dribble. He's got the reset lined up. Plays it early. Jack's in the way of him, but not the fastest counter attack. It will be fast enough though. Even with Joreuz's recovery mechanics, he's not able to get there.
So unfortunate. I think Joreuz would have scored this if he would have beamed it, but he didn't bean it. He hit it perfectly. He flicked it really hard, just right at Jack, unfortunately.
Shame for Joreuz that he's just too good. I mean, a worse player would have scored here. But then again, Jack's only reading that because he knows what Joreuz is capable of, and they're so familiar with each other's playstyles that Jack gets a crushing kickoff, misses it! Wow, Jack with a huge let-off. That should have been 2-1. And instead, Joreuz is coming at him with an air dribble bump, and he's got it, but Jack still saves the shot.
Joreuz off the wall here. Oof. Oh my
Wow.
goodness. Gets a flip reset off the 50-50. Unfortunately, can't put the ball away. That would have been some shot.
What on earth are we watching, Matt? We're seeing flip resets off ceiling challenges. Jack denied by another air dribble bump save. Joreuz is the faster recovering player, and he's air dribbling an open net. Joreuz stays away from danger, both in his own goal and on the recovery. That's unreal.
That touch out of the corner off of the save, that is brilliant. I mean, honestly, like, if out of everything that I've seen here, chat, like, you take that part, you clip it, and you go learn how to do that. That will score you so many goals. It wasn't like, you know, like crazy, insane technical. I mean, sure, you got to learn it, but it's something that a lot of people can do. It's just smart. Tripped him up.
Oh, what a catch. Joreuz has tripped up Jack, who's standing at the halfway line after that one. He realized what happened to him, so he just remained in position. Joreuz could have slow rolled him there, but I think out of respect to Jack stopping the recovery, he just put it in, put him out of his misery.
Ooh.
Oh,
Joreuz with a great challenge. Jack is just kind of creeping forward, didn't stay goal side of the ball, and Joreuz makes him pay.
Yeah, that was something Jack wasn't ready for. Joreuz has half flipped into the boost on kickoff. This is something we've seen quite a lot recently in 1v1, even today. But the problem for Jack is that he lost all of his momentum while he was trying to control that ball. Like, obviously, the play that most players are using against that kickoff is quickly getting around the ball, turning, taking it to your back corner. Jack didn't pull it off fast enough, but he is pulling off this counterattack fast enough.
Wow.
Straight into Joreuz's goal. Counters have been the name of the game in Game 3, Matt, but still, Joreuz has most of the momentum, I would say.
Yeah, he's looking very confident, which is, I think, the most important part of all this. Great kickoff here, wins it hard, but I don't think he's going to be able to score. Just kind of landed awkwardly and didn't have enough boost to get into a position to truly shoot that.
It's an interesting kickoff again by Jack. He went for just a fast kickoff. He didn't flip into the ball when he got to it, so definitely a rare thing to see in 1v1 these days, because you can just get completely crushed with various 50-50s, but it must be something Jack has practiced if he's pulling it out against Joreuz like that. But, you know, this is why kickoff goals are so uncommon, and so it's so unlikely to see many in a row, because these guys are changing up every time. Air dribble bump, look out, Joreuz does unbelievably well.
Gosh.
I think it might be time for Jack to switch his strategy, Matt, because these saves are just too good.
Yeah, I mean, that was wild pinch off the ceiling save there. If I'm Joreuz, I'm talking a lot of trash in chat about how these air dribble bumps are not actually working, but he's more respectful than I am, so it's understandable.
Yeah, I think it's partly that, and also partly because he's worried that if he talks trash about Jack's air dribble bumps, Jack's going to do even more of them. Joreuz, he's just hoping that Jack stops trying this. He's trying to save enough of them that Jack will give up on them because he hates it. He just absolutely hates having to save Jack's air dribble bumps. But this is promising. You know, if you guys wanted a close series, you gotta hope Joreuz stays even or ahead. It's as soon as Jack starts to get ahead, get momentum, that the mental game becomes so difficult for Joreuz, who's struggled in this matchup historically.
Yeah, and Jack, as we pointed out previously, is one of the best players at holding a lead.
Oh, yeah.
He's just ruthless. He'll just dribble the ball back into his corner, play possession, make you lunge, and then he goes and scores downfield because you've lunged in. It's brutal. He will make you pay. You can't give him the control. Oh, nice shot by Joreuz. What an acceleration on the ball here. So tough for Jack coming off the wall to save this.
That's just unreal. That's just unsavable. Jack knows what Joreuz is capable of, but even that knowledge is only half the battle. To predict multiple touches in that position is just so hard.
Oh,
Jack's missed another
missed it!
kickoff goal! That's the second time this game. He could be within 1 goal right now, but instead he trails by 3. And I mean, that one was a bit of a tougher one, but you've got to put that in. Joreuz off the post now. He's going to cut around early, puts it in. Well, Jack's recovered it. Joreuz leads by 4 goals. And he almost put in that tight angle rebound. Jack not showing enough respect to the turnaround.
Oh, that was just beautiful. Oh, man. Oh. Before Jack missed that, Joreuz his car stopped. He just went still completely. He was so mad that Jack was going to score that kickoff goal, and then he missed it. And he's just like, whoop, whoop, wait. He starts wave dashing into the field. Oh, man. So amazing to see that personality come through the car.
Just the defeat turning into victory right before his very eyes. That's a nice little play there by Joreuz. Jack expects Joreuz to go all the way to the middle of the field for the boost, but Joreuz actually turns around early and uses Jack's advance to create space over the top of him. Oh, Jack's countered the half flip kickoff. Now that is a hard shot, but usually Joreuz will save these. Let's see if he executed the half flip properly. I think he might have lost some speed while turning there. Power slide was active a bit too long. That being said, Jack completely slammed that, so great counter by him. I'm going to be curious to see what happens in the next one. I don't think it'll be the last time we see Joreuz play that.
Oh, what? Are you kidding me?
What?
Scoopty scoop, poopty poop. What is this?
Just how on earth does Joreuz find this angle? Pre-flips into the reset and then pulls back the most ridiculous angle change that I've ever seen. That is just something else. I mean, that's just Joreuz, ladies and gentlemen. Every single time I watch him play, he's inventing new shots. You could have a whole list of them named after himself at this point, but I think it's just what he does. It's nothing to him. Not even a reaction, by the way, from him when he scored that.
Yes, his player cam does look very serious most of the time right now. He is full focus and concentration. And let's be honest, you have to be to score those types of goals. Oh, Jack almost getting that one in.
I mean, this is just probably the best example of Joreuz. I mean, he was coined Joreuz by Tho when Tho got flip reset on for the 10th time in a row by Joreuz here. But he just keeps on doing it. He doesn't care, even though Tho and maybe some other players call him boring. They call him Snoreuz because he's just scoring flip resets over and over again. He sticks to his guns. He's gonna keep doing it.
Resident sleeper Joreuz. All right, Jack trying to get his mojo back, and he's doing it. He's only 3 goals down right now. That's not insurmountable on a 24-second clock.
Very true. And that was a very, very subtle touch there. Joreuz thought he had this, but Jack just gave him the smallest little love tap when he landed, and that actually sent Joreuz flying into the goal. And then Jack needs some kickoff wins. And he is going to get one here. Joreuz doesn't have a good landing. Jack could flick this past him. And he will actually. Oh, but it's off the post. And
Disaster.
rip comeback. Jack tried, but Joreuz holds on. And after building such a lead for himself, he'll feel like he deserved this one.
Oh, 100%. Building a lead and shooting some insane angles of shots that we've never seen. The scooper just completely changing the trajectory of that ball. That was wild. Only in SMUG, folks. Only in SMUG.
Insane. I mean, this is what you gotta love about 1v1 these days. The space that you get and the recovery mechanics reaching such a high ceiling. It enables players to do the unthinkable. The previously unthinkable. Ones used to be the game mode people went to learn their dribbling. These days, you know, pros are going to ones to practice their flip reset plays because that's the best, the most efficient way to do it with an opponent on the field. You're going to get so many chances. I mean, look at Joreuz. How many has he attempted so far? I've lost count in game 1. Never mind now. So we're going to see more of this. Joreuz wins 2 games in a row. He's in control of the series for now. But do not forget, Jack always has a plan. You know, the air dribble bump worked for the first game. Joreuz adapted. Now I think it's time for Jack to leave that strategy for now. You know, he maybe can come back to it later, but he's got to switch it up and try something different. He's got an insane flick game on the ground. He's, you know, got some brilliant dribbling. So I expect to see more of that, more of a ground game, less air dribbles from ApparentlyJack from here on.
Yeah, he's got such a bag of tricks. It'd be a shame if he didn't reach into it and try something else, and I'm sure we will see that here. Headed into game number 4. And we have been witnessing some crazy things. I don't expect any of that to stop anytime soon. Oh, what? Goober stop! Didn't work! Oh, so close! Joreuz really benefiting from that Goomba stomp. If that didn't happen, I think that was for sure a goal for Jack.
Oh, yeah. Jack did well, though. I mean, even after getting stomped on, he recovered and still threatened a counter-attack. Joreuz had to demo him from behind. Now, snapshot from Jack. Joreuz leads it to the backboard and now to the side. But Joreuz unable to secure the boost while doing so. He took a bit too long there, so Jack always keeping an eye on what's going on. Picks up the boost, and now here comes the dribble. Will he transition to the air? No, it's a flick, so looking good for my predictions so far. But Joreuz defense is holding on. Again, he's there for the recovery. Jack's still stealing boosts every single time this happens, though, and this is going to really grind Joreuz down. Can he keep up? Oh my. Attempted pre-jump demo on the back wall. Jack's attack continues. Joreuz still a brick wall.
Ugh, these guys are playing 5D chess right now. It is just wild to see all the decision making at play here. So many feints, so many mix-ups. Just beautiful stuff. Oh, looking like a disconnect, perhaps?
Well, it looks like either a controller DC or just a bit of lag there. What sportsmanship by Jack. He's actually just dribbled the ball away from an open net to allow Joreuz to get back into the game and then scores on him. So, you know, getting rewarded there for the good sportsmanship. Love to see it.
Yeah, it's almost worse now.
I always feel like I have to point out when this happens, this is not something that the players have to do. They can just score there. You know, we will play on in all situations like this and then obviously pause once the goal goes in. But that's just phenomenal sportsmanship by a great sportsman. We mentioned this early on. Oh, Jack! Switching it up a little bit, so no bump on that goal. And he definitely didn't need one.
Dear Tay just gets so much power on that shot once he finally executes on the dodge. Beautiful stuff from Jack. 2-0. He is trying to tie this series up.
We've never seen 2 players win 2 games in a SMUG main event. Now, a little back and forth. This is actually something I've seen Jack and Joreuz do from the center circle to this side of the field. I've seen them do this little standoff while the ball rolls half the pitch long. But this time, Joreuz is actually the one to try and play off it a little bit more quickly. Jack was ready for him. And, you know, it looks kind of silly, but the reason they're doing that is because if at any moment somebody plays the ball, the other person will take the boost. If at any moment somebody takes the boost, the other one will play the ball. You're giving up an open net or 100 boost if you, you know, go for the first play there. So actually the standoff, it does make sense. Both of them are improving their position as they go.
I think, Johnny, I don't know. I have to say, this probably feels to me like the most high-level ones match that we've ever had in SMUG, maybe that I've ever seen.
I mean, we've had some pretty high-level ones matches in the past year, but this is definitely up there. We have to see, how it plays out. But so far, we're up there with Khaled Ferry. We're up there with Khaled Joreuz. We're up there with Fahad Ferry. Like every grand final of a 1v1 event in the past year has been unbelievable. And now finally SMUG delivering us a main event of that caliber. And we're on track to being the closest main event so far, still. And I'm still expecting us to go to the ace match. They always do go to the ace match whenever they play.
Jack taking his time, staying composed there on the goal line, which is good. He does have 0 boost right now. Let's see what Joreuz can do off the wall. Jack, excellent defense, especially with the limited options he had there. Now this one's going to be a bit more tough. Oh, it does go wide.
I mean, the highest Jack's boost has been in this entire play is 16. He's been between 0 and 16 boost for this entire time that Joreuz is circling his net. Joreuz will be patient. He's looking for Jack to jump out of position. There it is. Joreuz sees his opening, and he strikes. Gets his first goal in the game.
Man, the control that these two have on the ball and on their cars is just wild to watch sometimes. And that's what allows them to play such an intricate game.
Look how long it took Joreuz to score there after, attacking in such style in game number 3 to now be held scoreless for almost 4 minutes. That just shows, the power of adaptation that Jack has. Joreuz coming again. No, what an angle shot that is. And we've got a 1-goal game. It took a while for the first, the second, not so much.
Did Jack put this in?
I think it was probably on target already. Yeah, I think Joreuz just squeezed that one in off the post, but there's a chance Jack got a touch there, which wasn't helping his cause. He had to go for it though. It's a forced play for sure. Joreuz, the huge threat in the position, and now Jack, for the first time in a while, gets to see what the orange half of the field looks like. Flicks it over Joreuz challenge, and just as expected, it's been all about the grounded gameplay in game 4 for Jack. No surprise after Joreuz' aerial dominance in game 3.
Beautiful flick from Jack there. And, this is what you were asking him for in this next game, to bring out, to move on to that next level of his play. We haven't seen an attempt at an air dribble bump at all during this game, I don't think.
No, 0, yeah. Oh, that's a good half flip by Joreuz though.
Nope.
And he's gonna play another one just for fun. I mean, to Joreuz, any kind of flip is, it's as easy as a front flip for your average Rocket League player. He can flip and land and maintain momentum in any angle. So with 35 seconds left, Jack accidentally overextends one more time. Joreuz will get a good kickoff here. He might have to fight off a Jack ball chase, and he does by bringing the ball down and over the top of
beautiful.
Jack. Just perfect execution. There wasn't a moment that Jack could have challenged here. Joreuz in control the whole way.
Yeah, just a masterclass there from Joreuz. Goes up early to keep Jack off that initial touch, and it pops it right back into the air. Amazing stuff. 4-4, 26 seconds left. This is an important game here. Jack needs to win this game, or he is going to be on match point.
Joreuz bails out the flip reset. It wasn't working out, but here he comes again with the dunk. Jack's read it. Powers right on through. And he might actually just shoot this. Joreuz has set him up, kind of. But Jack doesn't want to fly after it. He's still got the rebound, but he doesn't go for it. Bails out again. And Joreuz might be able to capitalize. It's a 0-second goal for Joreuz. Jack refused to go all in, and now he wishes he did.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that is rough. And you just see Jack flopping around in the background trying to get to Joreuz there. Beautiful play from Joreuz, keeping that ball in the air. Wow, this matchup is insane, Johnny. That puts Joreuz at 3 games to Jack's 1. Correct? I'm correct there? Okay.
It is 3-1.
It's been a long day. A lot of Rocket League.
Jack, like I said, he's beaten Joreuz from 3-0 down before. Now he's got to beat him from 3-1 down, and it's a far more experienced Joreuz. It's a different beast than the one that Jack was able to reverse sweep about half a year ago. but credit to Joreuz. He had to work so hard just to get one goal in this game. Jack's defense was completely unbreakable, but as soon as that one goal went in, Joreuz started to have more success. He was chipping away at Jack's defense, and eventually gets the lead on 0 seconds. Jack needs to win every game from this point onwards. Joreuz is going to try and do what every SMUG main event winner has done so far and win by a score of 4-1 or better.
Yeah, it's just been a beautiful matchup to watch, and even if the score ends up being 4-1, it's a series that will feel much closer than that.
Just look at this wave dash recovery from Jack. He's further away from the ball, but he just immediately wave dashes. I mean, was he ever out of the game here? That's insane. I feel like his wave dash recoveries and these single jump kickoffs are the best in the world, and I'm not exaggerating. He just recovers at an unbelievable pace and opens up angles that would not be possible if he had flipped into the ball.
All right, Jack on the dribble. Joreuz puts in a fake challenge there, enough to get Jack to flick that into the air. Joreuz flopping around a bit.
Oh, wow.
The demo goes to Jack, and it's going to be 2-0 in favor of Jack.
And Jack was trying to get a second demo as a celebration here after rolling the ball on target. But he played really well here. Joreuz was doing everything he could to prevent Jack from scoring. He had a boost disadvantage. He had to just throw himself at the ball to block the near post shot. Jack countered him perfectly. No 50-50s, no shots against the defended net. Just cleanly demos him. Now another one of these awkward positions from these two. Jack, the fastest to get away from it. It's another good, strong start for him. What a recovery by Jack. And he's going to read the post bounce. 3-0. That is unbelievable. Bringing a shot on target out of nowhere.
Oh, beautiful stuff. 3 touches, pops it over the top. Comes off the post, but easy for Jack to put that one away. Builds himself a nice little lead here, only 40 seconds into the match. This is probably going to be a high-scoring game, if I had to guess.
Well, you know, it could be, but there's also, you know, the game 4 to consider. Jack just lost a game because he was trying to sit on a 3-goal lead. And, you know, he did look good while doing it. The defense was holding up very, very strong, even when he was boost starved. But as soon as Joreuz got that comeback rolling, it's so hard to stop it. He's such a momentum-based player. So like you said, it might be an idea for Jack to stay aggressive here because trying to kill time when there's almost 4 minutes left is a risky, risky game against Joreuz.
Yeah, plus I think some of Jack's most effective plays against Joreuz so far have been the offensive pressure, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
if
that's where you have the most effective control over the ball, maybe you should consider spending more time there.
Yeah, Joreuz staying calm though, and this is you know, the experienced Joreuz that we're talking about. He's not panicking, although he might start panicking soon if he keeps conceding. That wasn't the best defensive play by him. But running up to this, Joreuz wasn't at all too worried by the goal deficit because he's got so long left in the game, and he knows that he can score 4 goals in 30 seconds, never mind 4 minutes. But, you know, now Jack has got the 4th goal. We're in new territory. Joreuz has not come back from this scoreline.
All right, Jack bringing this ball off the walls, slow playing it. It's a nice challenge from Joreuz. Absorbs that challenge. And now Joreuz is flip-flopping around.
Wow.
Jack decides to take the ball back. Oh, and I like that mix-up, actually. Stopping partway there instead of going all the way back.
Yeah, Jack's just in that mode where he's reading everything his opponent does. Like you said earlier, he's been, you know, doing commentaries in his own games on YouTube, and you can hear him do it. He just predicts every move, and he'll say it out loud before he does it, just so you know that he didn't get lucky. And right now, Joreuz has not surprised Jack for a long time. All these little awkward positions are positions that Jack can come out on top in, and he's wasting time. So he wasn't comfortable doing this at 3-0, but 4-0, he's now playing the ball around his own half. This will frustrate Joreuz, and it will force Joreuz to attack. It will force Joreuz to play more aggressively. And here comes Joreuz. Challenge accepted. What? Jack, how do you stay calm under that kind of pressure? And back to the corner he goes. This is where Jack lives now. It's where Joreuz lives. Joreuz has been invited into Jack's house. It's like, this is it. Come on in. This is where we're playing Rocket League for the next few minutes. Are you happy with that? Because I know Jack is.
It's a super long dinner party where you just served appetizers and you're just like, when is the main course? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, no, it's coming out. Don't worry. It's coming out. Don't worry.
There's the main. Joreuz again with a hard counter to Jack's spree jump. The second that Jack's in the air here, Joreuz switches from slow play to immediate shot on net. And it really is such a seamless transition. You're making it look effortless. You can flip reset on that ball, or, you know, just play it up high, recover on the ceiling, and shoot immediately. I mean, the fact that he can just roll with the punches here so effortlessly is mind-blowing.
Oh, Jack freaks Joreuz out, but he does get the save. Nicely done by Jack. Just the fake that he was going up sent shivers down Joreuz's spine there. Still a 3-goal lead.
He's going to the corner.
Man, what a rat. Oh my goodness. That is all you can say right now.
Oh, boy. Jack always has a plan, man. He always has a plan. He had a good plan for game 4, switching to the ground game. Now he's switching to just dribble the ball into my own corner, force Joreuz to come to me, because when Joreuz is all the way off his goal line, there's space behind him, and that's exactly the space that Jack was able to capitalize on with his 5th goal. And he did get the boost steal there despite bumping Joreuz. It should be a goal in the transition for Joreuz here. He's going to go off the corner wall for a pinch. Wow. I don't know if that was necessary.
He's given up. He's given up.
I feel like he could have scored that, but he wanted something a little bit special to kick him into top gear.
Well. Apparently rat. I love it. I love it, man. This guy is great. I just love it because it's just like, oh, this is a high percentage win condition. Oh, you don't like it? I don't care.
Oh, Joreuz is tilted. He's tilted.
Tilty boy.
That was a tap-in for Joreuz. I mean, any pro player, that's a tap-in. But Joreuz, I mean, he scores those in his sleep, but he just missed an open net rebound. Jack, really? I mean, does anyone do it better when you're losing? I don't think anyone else in the world would be 3-1 down against Joreuz like this and then suddenly turn the series around in your favor the way that Jack has right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's exactly what you said. He finds a strategy that annoys Joreuz and then he just keeps on doing it. It's not the air dribble bump today, it's the time wasting. And Joreuz is going to need to be so careful. If he falls behind by 3 or 4 goals, we're going to see it again.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Do you think Jack does it at 1-0? Do you think he'll do it with a 0-0 score even? Do you think he's just going to dribble the ball into his back corner with his first play? I think he might. I think he actually might do it.
I would if I were him. He just seems to be so in tune as well with how to push the buttons. He did tell us his favorite tennis player is Djokovic. You know what I mean?
True, yeah,
We're seeing shades of that come through in his Rocket League play. And, Jack has a lot of competitive experience in tennis outside of Rocket League as well. So he's got that 1v1 experience from tennis, that mind game experience from tennis that will come into play.
Yeah, he's probably just hoping that one day they bring serving into Rocket League so he can, stop having to win kickoffs. Not that that's a weakness for him. Today's kickoffs have been fantastic. Really just innovating the wave dash recoveries. Now Jack chooses to dribble. Go on, back corner. Oh, I really wanted him to dribble into his back corner there. It would have been class, but he does go for the goal. And he's already in trouble. See, Jack, you got to learn your lesson here, buddy. The back corner is where you belong. Never mind. He's figured out Joreuz. And actually, Joreuz might have brought some of the tilt from last game into this game. So what on earth is he doing here? This is a pretty motionless attempt.
Oh no, Johnny. I think what happened is he played himself to sleep. It's Boreas. He's having a snoria. He's so tired.
He needs to bring out the face slaps. I mean, he's still got double match point, Joreuz.
It's true.
The thing is, like, when you're up against your boogeyman, everybody's got one. It doesn't matter who you are. You're always going to have this one player who just keeps beating you. And for Joreuz, it's Jack. It's his teammate. They go way back to, PS4 days. They were teammates there. Now they're teammates in Dignitas. So he's already thinking, like, okay, come on then. How are you going to beat me today, Jack? Let's just see it. Stop wasting my time. Okay, well, Jack's let one here go through. And both these goals, based on the defense we've seen today, are not goals you'd expect. A fake stealing challenge by Jack, and then he just can't get back to his goal in time. So, not the right idea there. I think just not reading Joreuz. He's expecting a slow play, instead gets hit by the immediate shot.
You know who always beats me? Carbs. Ugh. My boogeyman just always finds a way. Always finds a way. Oh, nasty flick from Joreuz. He is feeling it with these flip resets today. Just getting so much power on all of them.
It really is just insane how the ball is barely moving. Joreuz's car is barely moving. They're just graciously falling through the air. And then all of a sudden, he just pulls the trigger and it flies. He just lets rip and the ball is deleted upon entering the goal. Jack, fair play. He's given Joreuz a nice shot here, because what else are you supposed to say in that situation?
Yeah, I don't know. You pick your jaw up off the floor, and you say nice shot. I think that's the right move. All right, Joreuz, what do you got again? Another flip reset. Tries to go underneath. Fakes the unsuccessful flip reset shot. And Jack hitting the panic button a little bit here.
Yeah, that's another misplay by Jack. So 2 goals this game. I mean, the one in the middle, Joreuz's flip reset was just unreal. But the bread to that flip reset goal were a couple of Jack misplays. Once making the wrong decision, and once, what a touch by Joreuz.
Yeah,
He just effortlessly removes the kickoff goal from the equation. But yeah, Jack really needs to clean up his goal in defense, and that's not it. Joreuz punishes him again with a rifle of a rebound.
This is ballsy. He just goes for it. It's saying, you know what, there's no way Jack touches this. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go. Holy cow. I mean, Jack was close to that. It's not like he was on the other side of the pitch. That was insane.
Who does this? And like I said, Jack was right there. Joreuz is still committed. He jumped with the same play that he hit the ball with. He was up immediately, didn't wait to see if it was a good touch. Now Jack's going to put that one over him. Joreuz recovery not quite fast enough on that play. I'm still just completely mind blown that Joreuz would even go for this shot. He is something else.
Gets boost and ball at midfield here, up off the wall. This is scary if you're apparently Jack. Just going to keep getting flip resets until Jack steals the ball from him, I guess. Oh.
Yeah, Jack's faked a rebound there, but has to make something happen, and he will. Oh my goodness, what a flick by Jack. Joreuz was right in front of him. When you're this close to the goal, you put that one a tiny bit too high, you're getting scored on in the counter-attack too low, you're playing it straight into the goalkeeper, but Jack just slices it straight into the top of the goal.
Yeah, just yeets it on top of himself. Just hits the crossbar, lands right on top of him. Puts it in, no problem. Ooh, nice cut here. Joreuz gonna fake it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nicely done. Jack having trouble getting off the wall here and making the save, and Joreuz takes advantage of the second shot.
Yeah, that was awkward for Jack. He, like you said, just didn't quite recover after he came off the back wall, and this is a great mix-up by Joreuz. Sick mind game, because he's put Jack in such an awkward position there. That I don't think we can even call it an unforced error. I think that is entirely just Joreuz. First of all, mind gaming Jack, and then putting the ball in such a hard place to stop. Jack sees the challenge coming. That's a shot on target, but it's in off the post. Oh, just barely saved by Joreuz. Jack had him beat, but the post has come to the rescue.
Now we're over halfway through the game here, so even though this is only a 2-goal lead, Jack's going to start feeling the pressure. He's going to feel the pressure to score because Joreuz does have him on match point right now.
Oh, that's a goal. Joreuz, effortless, flicks it in for the 3-goal lead. Now 2 minutes remaining. Jack having some difficulties and inconsistencies, I should say, with the flicks. He scored one from close range in off the bar. Now he's missed one. Is he going to switch it up again? Is he going to go back to the air dribble bump? It worked for him earlier on in the series. He's gone away from it for a while. Joreuz probably isn't expecting it. And with all these flicks that Jack's been going for, Joreuz has been conditioned to shadow again. So the air dribble bump is wide open. Instead, he goes for the rolling dribble. He's got one chance on this on the volley, but Joreuz beats him to it.
Jack looks really uncomfortable right now. He just didn't look confident on the ball there like he had earlier in the game.
Well, that's much better.
Good flick.
It's on the post. Jack on the rebound. Puts in his fourth. That's a lot better. Like I said, 2 dribbles in a row where he didn't look like he had a good idea for what to do, but now he sees Joreuz off the goal line, and he put it close enough that Joreuz wasn't quite sure if it was in or not.
Beautiful flicks there from Jack. Oh, 2 goals left for Jack to tie this thing up and take us into game number 7. If he fails to do so, well, then we find ourselves at a crossroads with a new SMUG champion.
Double champ. And Joreuz with a hook shot to break Jack's momentum. And Jack had no idea that was coming. After all the mind games Joreuz has been going for, Jack expected to have more time. Instead, Joreuz just flicks it into the corner with a slight turn on his car. It's all about that approach. Had the options and really faked Jack out. Really didn't expect it to be going towards that corner as quickly as it did. Joreuz again. Doesn't have a reset on the ball just yet, but he's going to get one if Jack gives him time instead. Jack shuts down the air dribble. Has he got the open net accuracy?
He does.
I think he does. That's confidence from Jack. Straight down the middle. 5-7.
Nicely done here by Jack. I mean, that hook shot, another thing that I noticed about it from Joreuz is that it didn't really hit the corner of his car. It just hit the very front of his car. So it was like a little bit delayed from what you would normally expect it to be. It was just rocketed off the front of his car. Just beautiful touch.
Yeah, it's kind of like hitting it with the outside of the foot in football. Oh, Joreuz is giving on to Jack here, but he does know that that's off target. It's Joreuz! Whoa, he's completely misplayed. It looked like he had it under control. Jack missed the target. Joreuz saw that it was missing the target, but he's gone on the wrong side of the ball.
Wow, wow, wow. Jack eking his way back into this match. He's on his tournament life here.
Oh. So close to a demo there. Jack almost got it past him. 40 seconds to go. Joreuz, will he try and waste some time? Because this is not a safe lead. And there's a chance for Jack. He's through. And he's equalized. And that did not take long.
Oh, man, Johnny, we're going to have to carve out extra budget for the script writers. They are getting so good at their jobs. Insane stuff here.
Is that Joreuz?
Joreuz,
is it? I don't know if it was much of a throw. Jack really just challenged from the perfect angle. And now he's going for it in reverse. Jack has got the open net and he puts it in. Unreal. He can bump him out of position. He's going to use that momentum to his favor. That is so calm by Jack. Just reversing into position, jumps up and puts the ball in with a side flip. We are headed to game 7 unless Joreuz can do something about it.
See what happens on this kickoff. Does go in Joreuz's favor. He's got boost and the ball. Gonna fire a shot at net.
Huge fake challenge by Jack. Joreuz still coming for him, and Jack has read him to perfection. That's going to be the game over. Jack slow rolls the last goal. Unless Joreuz can score a kickoff goal in 2 seconds, Jack has sent us into game 7, and that is some way to do it. From behind, 3 goals. He was trailing, and then he scores. I think it was that 5 or 6 goals uncontested? Jack on fire.
Absolutely wild. Joreuz doing his best to keep this one up here, but obviously this one is going to go the distance to game 7. Wow. Holy cow. Can you believe it, chat? SMUG 6 main event. 2 champions of former main events going against each other. This is easily the best 1v1 series we have ever seen in SMUG history.
Yeah, and I mean, there could be more drama still. Joreuz with a huge comeback to win game 3. Now Jack with a huge comeback to win game 6. And you just can't ask for more than this. We've had the clips from Joreuz. We've had the filth from ApparentlyJack. We've had ridiculously good adaptations by both players, showing that you don't just go into ones with one style. You don't just go in with one plan. You have to adapt to your opponent, especially when they know each other as well as these two do. But now it is all on the line. Well, we're both right about one thing, Matt. We have gone to game 7, but now it's time to find out, will Joreuz finally get a win over ApparentlyJack in a series, or is it going to be Jack once again beating his now teammate?
I honestly can't wait to find out. Game 7, main event, SMUG 6. Let's go, chat. Let's get into this one. Jack starts off with possession here. Joreuz not giving a lot of room to breathe. And yeah, I think this game 7 is going to be electrifying, to be honest.
Yeah, no mistakes by either player so far. You don't really expect mistakes from these two. Oh, what a call from Joreuz! He's completely called Jack's bluff on that 50-50. Jack is pretending to go for this, but he actually just wants to turn around and then play it on the infield. Joreuz with a very, very safe shot. He did not flip into this. He needed his dodge to recover, but he still got it on target. And that is just a pure read on his opponent.
Beautiful call out from Joreuz, as he said. Jack has the boost here and the ball. Nice flick. Oh, Joreuz puts it in off the post. Nothing he can do about that one, though. This is just a beautiful flick from Jack.
Yeah, with the limited boost that he had, that is about as well as you can hit that. And even if it doesn't go in off Joreuz's car, it's going to be on the goal line. Jack's the faster player to get there. It's going to go in. So Joreuz is pretty close to saving it now. Jack's crushed him on the kickoff. Off the left wall and into the net. Joreuz had the lead and he's already lost it. He was extremely side onto that ball. Jack, goal side, crushes it.
Jack couldn't have crushed that kickoff any harder if he wanted to. 2-1. Jack starting to build a lead here, but Joreuz looking to fight back to keep this one close.
Really high-level kickoffs here, Matt, because Joreuz just played the kickoff strategy that lost him a goal in the previous play, but oh my goodness, Jack's got a clean block, and that's in Joreuz's corner. There's no way Joreuz expects Jack to commit this far, because most 50-50s in that position go the way of the defending player. Jack doesn't care. Both players in Game 7 so far have just been trying to surprise each other with every move that they make.
It was a tasty dunk. Holy cow. Everything is going Jack's way right now. Here he is on the dribble. Takes flight to go for the air dribble bump. I think he skipped air. I think he was just like, listen, I have to win the next 2 games without air dribble bump. I'll save it for the last game, for Game 7. I'll bring him back for the ultimate tilt.
Oh yeah, he was always going to bring it back. You know, he transitioned to a ground game because it really complements the air dribble bump very well when you switch between them, because one of the things you want to back off against, one of the things you want to dive in against. So now that he's got Joreuz expecting it, he is going for it again, or expecting the ground game, I should say. Oh my goodness, how is Jack back to this already? Joreuz is expected to get the boost steal. No such luck. Jack for another bump. Joreuz has saved it once again.
The gymnastics that both of these players are pulling off to avoid the air dribble bumps are insane.
Oh wow, that is a hard shot. Jack up by 3. Full momentum for apparently Jack. Joreuz caught in no man's land. He's underestimated Jack's recoveries several times in this game. And with the 3-goal lead, just adding to the comeback that Jack got in the last game, you gotta think Joreuz is thinking desperately for a new idea here, because he is in trouble.
Jack on the dribble. Oh, absorbs that clear from Joreuz. Just catches it, carries it middle. This is brutal to watch. This last game.
Oh my.
Feels like it's headed towards an apparently Jack blowout. Joreuz has to do something. He's got to get some momentum going here.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he is the momentum-based player in this matchup. Jack is the consistent player. And right now, Joreuz has no momentum. And now he's at least got some boost to play with. He's trying to bait Jack into stealing the corner boost. Jack doesn't fall for it. He plays for the bump instead. And Joreuz, they're trying to get the corner boost bait going so he can hit a wall shot on an open net. But Jack is just one step ahead. And he's threatening so consistently here. Again, Joreuz trying to get Jack to go for the corner boost so he can score an open net. Jack is not interested. He's playing the ball. Oh, he's done.
There he goes. Nice transition play, catching Jack off guard here with this touch from the backboard. Nicely done by Joreuz.
Yeah, and it was just a real commitment there from Joreuz to play without boost for a while. He was leaving his back corner boosts up in positions where he could be going for them because he didn't want it. He was trying to leave that as bait, and you know, Jack didn't go completely for it there, but he did kind of commit to it. So Joreuz got what he wanted. That's the start of something, and that is an unreal first touch after the kickoff. Joreuz sets up his reset, can't get there. Instead, flicks it after catching. And we have a game. 2 goals in it. Joreuz on the comeback trail.
Joreuz is doing what he does best, which is control the ball and keep you guessing on defense. Beautiful stuff here from Joreuz. He is mounting this comeback. He only needs 2 more goals. Plenty of time left. And the kickoffs are doing well for him right now. He's getting boost and ball a lot after the kickoff.
Well played. Joreuz dodges the demo. Jack was way up on the back ball attempting this. Jack is extremely all in here. All it needs is 1 good clear for Joreuz and he could be scoring. There it is. Nice. And he does score. Jack really wanted the demo. Missed it. He knew he was in trouble. Tried to get a 50-50. Joreuz doesn't give one to him. And we are already in a 1-goal game. Joreuz now 3 goals in a row.
This is absolutely razor-thin margins between these 2 players right now. Oh, Jack, I don't know if he faked it or he missed on accident. Oh, what a
Oh!
Are you kidding me? This is the biggest yeet I've ever seen from somebody on a car. What is that?
Halfway line flick from Joreuz. Straight into the roof of the net. Jack had absolutely no way to get there, but before then, Jack messed up a wave dash after his kickoff. That's the first time he's done that all day. The game 7, pressure getting to ApparentlyJack. And it's even more scripted than we could have ever imagined, Matt. Another comeback secured for Joreuz. Hook shot to the top corner. Jack's got it covered.
Jack has enough time to get that 100 boost. So he comes off the back line there, pushes out. Oh, he tries to control that. Ends up staying pretty close to the ball, but I don't think he got the control he wanted to. Great save from ApparentlyJack. Huge threat of a dunk there from Joreuz. And now both players 100 boost again. And the standoff begins. Oh, he tripped him! Oh,
Jack's
Jack
recovery.
With recovery.
Still hanging in there. Jack with boost disadvantage for a good long time. But Joreuz can't find a way through. He's trying to stay as close to the ball as possible, knowing that at any moment Jack might strike. But now here comes Joreuz. Strikes the ball wide, and Jack has saved it. Joreuz unable to steal the 100 on the way out. Will give Jack the 100 boost that he's been missing for a while now. Joreuz fakes up the ceiling challenge to go straight down the middle. It's a mind game, but he's only playing it for the boost steal. The long game has been initiated by Joreuz. Jack on the back foot.
Oh, what possession play here by Jack to get that ball off the backboard safely. Oh, he misses the open net. I'm not sure if he had the angle, but it seems like he should have hit that. Now Joreuz is dribbling it into the backfield here. He's going to try to get possession of this ball. Goes up into the air. Jack lands. He's got the ball on top of his car. Good 50-50 from Joreuz. Nice challenge. Both players filling up on boost. And the pressure is on. 10 seconds left. 5-5. Next goal. Likely to take home this championship.
Oh my.
We're going to head into overtime unless... Oh, it goes up in the air. Jack off the backboard. Joreuz up as well. Great defense from Joreuz. Jack is not going to get to that ball. It drops to the floor. Overtime.
My goodness. What a game. Joreuz is going to get the first chance in OT. It's the first opportunity he's had in a while, but Jack's challenged him, and it's a good challenge, but he doesn't have the boost to follow up on it. That was just to shut down Joreuz' play. Joreuz taking his time. He's in the back corner, weighing up his options. Jack fakes the challenge, got very close to that one, but not too close, and now he might have control.
Jack nips the boost there in the back, and so did Joreuz. Oh my goodness. Jack has to, well, he's hanging around. I was gonna say he has to go to the side boost here, but he's got about 24 boost here in the middle. He's gonna take this one back into his corner, try to stay safe. He does miss the ball. He bumps Joreuz. Jack gets bumped. Oh my gosh, what a save on the goal line. Oh no. Joreuz gets the ball. Jack intercepts it. He bumps him off the ball. He's not able to get the shot on net. Now Joreuz back in possession of the ball. Jack gets another bump. Neither player able to maintain possession of the ball. It's madness in the midfield. Jack
goes for the air duel bump, but it's Joreuz who gets the interception. This defense is insane. Both players just throwing everything in the way of the ball. They've been boost starved for most of this OT, but they're still hanging on. But now Jack's got the offensive play once again. Has he got a way through? Joreuz says no.
Oh, Jack with the demo on Joreuz. Oh, the ball bounces too high for him to get an immediate play on this. He's going to go for the air dribble bump. The bread and butter. Oh, it is the bar! Goodness gracious!
It looked like it was going to end just as it started, but Jack's going to have to try again. He's got the pop. Has he got the finish? He doesn't have it. Joreuz is there. It's open net for Joreuz. I think he's done it, Matt. I think he's beaten his rival. What a war. What a game. Jack and Joreuz with one of the best series that we have ever seen. Insanity.
Oh my goodness. Chat, what you have just witnessed is probably the greatest 1v1 game ever recorded. Oh my goodness.
That is unbelievable. That is truly unbelievable. Joreuz has done it. Against all odds, Jack took game 5. He took game 6. He was up 5-1 in game 7 against the player that can't catch a dub against him in any ace match they've ever played, but once is all you need. Joreuz comes back from 4 down, and to be honest, both players saved several shots that looked unsavable in this overtime. I don't know how. We only had 1 goal in OT. For the first time, it looked like we should have had 3 or 4 goals in that overtime. I know it doesn't make sense, but to be honest, neither did that game. Just unbelievable. 2 of the best to ever do it. Easily one of the best series I've ever seen.
I don't think I've been in a state of shock for that long of a period of time ever before in my life. I was literally like, what am I seeing right now? How has this ball not gone in? There were so many just last-ditch saves, incredible like scuffles at the midline. Oh my goodness, that series had literally everything. It had, you know, super sound fundamental ones plays, ratty ones plays. It had the highest level, most technical plays that you could imagine. And just mind games galore, back and forth. Hats off to both of those players. Really well done.
I've got one question before we throw the break here. If you want to see a 1v1 LAN after COVID, just give us a 1 in chat one time. We'll be back after the break. We may have a winner's interview.